Have you ever heard of a variable star or odd radio circles coming out of outer space? These are just a few of the things we will see in this video. This video will be the perfect one for you if you consider having some good knowledge about outer space and the mysteries that lie behind its origin and existence. Welcome back, fans of space. Today's video will be the one that will define the reason why we called you the fans of space. We know that many of you often get spooked and amazed at the same time by the events that happen beyond our atmosphere. And the chances are that the stories you may have heard to date may be old and outdated. We have come up with a set of the latest events that will leave your spine chilled for the next couple of seconds. Help us grow by hitting the like and subscribe button. Let us know in the comment section about the kind of video you would like to see on this channel. Let us get to the video we have for you today. Ever heard of a star that can vary its brightness over time? Well, yeah. There is one such star that can do so. It's called the Tabby star, or otherwise, it is also called the Boyajian star. What's with the two names? Stay tuned and find out. Even though scientists have not been able to identify the real reasons for the brightness dips, from what we understand, many people are not afraid of airing their theories about it. Many say that the real reason for this is the dust variations and has nothing to do with the very nature of the star. On the flip side, it also looks like many people agree with the astronomers as they claim that there exists a very weird dimming object out there in space. They even went to the extent of naming this object with TIC 400799224. Don't ask us the reason why they named it like that. Maybe we cannot understand the scientists at all times. It is said to be placed in the binary star system. The system seems to be changing at regular intervals of 19.77 days of Earth. They found that this period is very strict, which forms the major reason for them to believe that there is much more going on than the dust coming in the way. However, it was also found that the dust occlusions of the star are erratic in shapes, depth, and durations. This means that they were detectable only about a third of the time, or even less than that. This is where the dust theorists had a greater advantage in putting forward their arguments. What if it happens irregularly, and the entire theory of them occurring after the intervals of 19.77 days is the wrong theory here? The Transiting Exoplanet Service Satellite, abbreviated into TESS, also called the Planet Hunter, has gathered enough data to state that the object is approximately 2,300 light-years away. This was announced on the 31st of December 2021. They say that. So, what else did we find in space that was too suspicious in recent days? There have been very odd radio circles in space, which do not make any sense even to scientists all over the world. However, on the better side of things, they say that this will help astronauts learn about the planets and other extraordinary formations in a better manner. So, the ORC's, odd radio circles, the full form of it, have been one of the most fascinating discoveries for them ever since 2020. They made use of Australian SKA Pathfinder telescope, which was being operated by the Australian National Science Agency, CSIRO, which is otherwise called the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization. They have also found that these rings are so massive that they have the ability to measure more than 1 million light-years across and are over 16 times bigger than the total span of the Milky Way galaxy, which is where we live. Their vast length has made them stretch over other galaxies, making it absolutely unbelievable for us. It takes almost 1 billion years to reach its maximum size. An object of such vast size will make things really different in how we see this universe. There is another object that is approximately 4,000 light-years away from us that has been beaming radio signals to us for a while now. It sends out energy from itself approximately 3 times an hour. As soon as this moment of sending the radio signals comes close, it becomes one of the brightest sources of radio waves that we have ever recorded. This nature makes it a lot like the lighthouse that we use on a day-to-day basis. As soon as it completes that cycle, it switches off and the signals disappear along with it as well. The next time you see it will be 18 minutes later. Now, what this object is and what is the purpose behind the radio waves is all unknown. However, the scientists seem to be really interested in knowing what it really is and what is the cause of the signals that it has been sending. A lot of scientists claim that it could be a neutron star or even a dwarf star with a very powerful magnetic field. Though no one has any confirmations of what this may be, the curiosity to find out the truth behind them has peaked. A few scientists then decided to speak about it in the public forums and stated that it could very well be an ultra-long period magneta. They also have a feeling that the object is within our galaxy as well. This raised even a lot more eyebrows, and the researchers started looking for more answers. The agenda was now to search for more similar objects that may possibly be closer to us to see if we could do anything good out of them. Who's in for some pasta? Yes, the next one we have is called the nuclear pasta. There is a reason why it is called so. It has been found that under extreme gravitational pressure, the protons and neutrons in a star's shriveled husk may squeeze them into linguine-like tangles of materials that may snap at any time. The catch here is that this will only happen in case the star we are speaking of was put to, at the very least, 10 times the force needed to shatter steel. So, the force we are speaking of here, it's not at all, well, how do we put it, average? In the case of this nuclear pasta, this happened, and we have the pasta ready to be served in front of you. A lot of scientists are still awestruck with the humongous amount of force these objects in space can deal with and the very high tolerance they have. With that, on number 4, what is the last object in space that will certainly amaze you? Fossils are generally dead, right? Not always. In this case, we have a living fossil galaxy that has been able to astonish the scientists and question the vast number of concepts we may even not have been aware of. When the scientists found the DG-SAT-1, they were left awestruck to have realized the age that this formation had. This was an ultra-diffuse galaxy abbreviated as a UDG, which essentially means that it is as big as a galaxy, just like the Milky Way. The stars are spread out over a vast area in such a thin manner that they may not even be visible to you even if you look closely at them with the best equipment. It was in 2016 that the DG-SAT-1 was declared a living fossil. And they also noticed that it had been sitting alone, which was not a lot like the other UDGs around it. They are typically found in clusters. This happened almost after 1 billion years after the Big Bang. This is what makes the DG-SAT-1 a living fossil. The image was ghostly for the scientists to go through. It was also found that the images were too hard to believe. This meant that the scientists had to go through each image multiple times to find out the real reason for such a formation and find out what happens to these structures as they go through this process of being a UDG. Now that you are here, allow us to surprise you with another unique object in space. Consider this to be a bonus. Light makes a lot of distortion under certain conditions, generally speaking. The fact is that light may also be curved due to a few objects. These objects are generally massive in structure. This distortion of light has resulted in the creation of what the scientists call the double quasar image. This was found through the Hubble Space Telescope, and it was found that the object may have been formed during the early universe. Universe has been developing faster today than it was developing back in time. However, the scientists are still not sure of the theories that they speculate may have caused the creation of this structure. So, this is something you must wait out on this channel. Until then, keep liking our videos, subscribe to this channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section.